What is going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. If you see my video regarding what my plans are for this car in the future, you'll see that one of the first things to do with coilovers. So that's what we have in these boxes here. Let's open them up and see what's inside. Okay, so this is what's in the box. It's not HKS Hypermax, unfortunately. These are HSD Monopros, so as you can see I bought them second hand, hence they're in the wrong box. The guy I bought these off had just upgraded to HKS Hypermax and just bought these as stopgap, so they're perfect for my car really. Like I say, mine's on Tiens, which I think they came on the car when it was imported, so they've got to be 20 years old at least. And like I say, these retail at £940, so because they are the Monopros, and I paid £300 for them. And like I say, for that sort of money, I think it's a no-brainer to upgrade to these from the Tiens. So let's start getting the car ready to put them on. Okay, so all I'm going to do for now is just crack the wheel bolts off, so that once the car's in the air, they come off a lot easier. Because if we raise the car at first and then go to undo the wheel bolts, I'd need somebody here to put the foot on the brake to hold the wheel still. So I'm just going to crack the wheel bolts off for now, and then we'll get the car in the air. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Okay, now that all the wheels are cracked off, let's get it in the air. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, so that's the car in the air. Let's get the wheels off. Go, 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 go.
Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch.
Okay, so that's the wheels off the car now. I'm just gonna, but as you can see, coilovers are, yeah, they're quite old as we expected. So I'm just gonna spray WD-40 on this bottom bolt down here, just to make sure that we can get it out without snapping it. So let me just quickly do that, and then do that to all 4. It looks to be quite a simple setup on these, to be fair. Just one bolt at the bottom, as you can see. And then whilst I let that soak in, I'll just give the wheels a clean, because as you can see, they are pretty dirty. So yeah, they're pretty dirty. So whilst we let the WD-40 soak in, I'll just quickly clean the wheels and clean the inside of the barrels as well.
Fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display, on repeat in your...
So the wheels are now clean, and we've let the WD-40 sit for a bit on the car. It is quite warm outside. I've got a nice blue sky. However, I don't know if you can see this or not, but it's trying to rain. I'm not really sure why, but welcome to the UK. Okay, so like I said earlier, it looks to be quite a simple setup. There's no pinch bolt or anything. It's literally a single bolt that goes into the bottom arm, and then you'll have the 3 bolts in the engine bay. So let's take it off, or attempt to take it off at least. So it's a size 19. Now that the bolt's out, we've just got to push this through the other side so that we can push the bolt through, and then it'll come off. So the way I'm going to go around doing this, I'm just going to put the nut back on a second, just so it's on a couple of threads like that, and then I'll just hit it with a hammer to knock it through. I'll only tap it. Yeah, so it's going through quite easy there, so it should come out the other side now. Took a bit of wiggling, but it's out. Okay, now that bottom bolt's off, it's just time to take the top mount off. So this is a size 14, just 3 bolts on the top. Okay, now that them 3 bolts are off, we're just gonna have to look down here and see what else is required to take it off so that we can get the coilover out. Okay, so do not make this mistake that I made. So the drop links, I rounded off So then I tried mole grips. As you can see, we got the mole grips smoking. It's that bad. So angle grinder came out and we cut them off. The reason we did this is to get this plate off the bottom arm, because I looked online and a lot of people said I don't need to remove the upper control arm. You just need to take this plate off and then you can wiggle this shocker out. No matter how hard I tried, we couldn't get it out. As you can see here, I've got a massive bar in there trying to bring the whole setup down so I can get this shock absorber out. It was not happening at all. And in the end, we gave up with all the other methods and went with removing the top arm. So this is what we're doing now. A lot of people said, or a lot of people put me off of this because they explained like removing the arch lining, the bolt's massive, etc, etc. You can do it without removing it. Honestly, do not waste your time. Like, I tried and I spent absolutely hours. I wish I just did this to start off with because it was so much easier. So as you can see now, we're just removing all the arch lining bolts. There is this cable which you have to undo the bolt, and then this bracket that the cable's on is like has an L shape underneath, so it tucks under the chassis rail. So you just slide it out of the plastic bracket and then it comes off. So as you can see, there is 2 brackets for the arch liner hidden on the under tray. These are all size 12. There were some bigger sizes on the passenger side, but we'll get to that later on. Now that all the arch lining is out of the way, we can get to this upper suspension arm bolt. Like I say, it is absolutely massive. You'll see it once we've got it out. So once that bolt's out, we had to wiggle the hub quite a bit, like up and down, just to get the actual bolt through the whole setup, if that makes sense. Once that was done, I bolted the coilover up to the strut tower just using one bolt, so it was out of the way. And once that was bolted up, I could move the upper arm off of this chassis so that the coilover was now free. And once the arm was out of the way, we could now undo this top bolt and then we could get the coilover out. Like I say, this one took the longest by far because we were trying in so many different ways, but removing that upper arm is definitely the easiest. Okay, so that coilover is finally off now. That took ages, a lot longer than I thought it would. In the end, I had to just take the top up, like wishbone off. I didn't think I'd have to because some people online got away without doing it, but it looks like I had to. So let's put the new coilover back on and pretty much just follow the process to get it off. Let's get the new coilover on. I'm going to put it up into the strut tower first. Now that's held in place, I think I'm going to put this bracket on next, which was on the bottom arm. So this is just 2 14mm bolts. Like I say, I'd avoid this step personally. You don't need to take that off. Once that upper arm's out the way, you don't need to worry about the bottom arm and trying to remove the plate or anything. It just comes out easy enough. Now that that's on, I can lift up the bottom arm to bolt the bottom of the coilover in. So this is how it currently looks, because I've just put the jack under it for now, and I'll just use the jack to bring up the bottom arm. Now that's all tightened up, we can work on getting the arm back into place, the top arm back into place. Now that we've got the bottom bolted up, we can get the top bolted up. So I've got it jacked up still. So we'll just take off this one bolt that I had holding the top mount onto the strut. Okay, so bar the drop link, which we've ordered new. This side's now finished. It's safe to say it went back together a lot faster than it came apart. I've just got to put the arch lining back in. But yeah, this side's finished. We'll move on to the other side. Okay, so we're on the passenger side now. We've just finished the driver's side. But I'm a lot more confident now that I've done the driver's side, rather than like trying different ways. I now know which is the best way. So before, as you've probably seen, I tried to undo this bracket here, which holds the bottom of this shock on to the bottom arm. You can take this off and then it will slide out apparently, but it doesn't work, to be fair, or I can't get it to work anyway. So this time I'm not going to bother with that. We're just going to go straight to taking the top arm off. So first things first, we're just going to have to take this off, and then once that's off we can move on to taking the top arm off, and then the whole setup will just drop down. We take the top mounts off and then we should be able to get it out. So let's start by undoing these bolts here. Now that that's out of the way, we can attempt to take off the top arm. So just going to put some WD-40 on this end first. We'll start off by just putting a spanner on this end here. So I got the bolt this far out, and as I thought, I do have to take the screw wash bottle off. I thought I could get away with it and it would just squeeze by, but unfortunately not, we have to remove it. So that's just what we're doing now. Okay, so all them bolts are out. Now I've put this clip in because there is a bolt hidden on the screen wash bottle. So for reference, this is like upside down in the wheel arch. You can just see there's a bolt there. In this next clip you can see it's slightly better with the extension bar on it, but it's hidden down the back of the screen wash bottle. If you're on a ramp it's probably quite easy, but if you're doing it on your driveway you can miss it. So that clip was just showing another angle of that hidden bolt. So now that the screen wash bottle is loose, we can look at getting the upper arm off. It took a bit of wiggling around and we couldn't get the bolt fully out. We just took it out so that it was away from the chassis but still in the arm, and then we got it off. So now that this upper arm's out the way, you can see how much room we have around the coilover. So on the other side we tried to, apologies for that, we tried to undo these bolts here which bolt this bracket to the bottom arm. And obviously it didn't work. We also tried to get the drop links off, and this side seized in exactly the same place as the other side. So we're going to try and tighten this one back up, or I may have to cut it off like I did the other side. But now that this is like accessible, we're going to undo this bolt here and then undo the top mount up there, and then this shock should be able to come out and we'll put the new one on. No idea why this brake line is covered in cable ties as well. It's all over the car. I'm not really sure why. I've not done it, but yeah, I've never seen it before. Now that that bottom bolt's out, we can move on to the top mounts. Now that that's out, we can see if we can do anything with this drop link right here. It's just rounding, so I'm not going to be able to do anything with that, but we'll try and get the top off. If we can get the top off, then we can cut this off because we've bought 2 new ones anyway. That one's spinning as well, so yeah, time for the angle grinder, I think. Okay, so we're getting close to finishing the front end of the car now. We still need to wait for the drop links to arrive, and we still need to put the arch liners back in, but let's do the rear end of the car and we'll come back to the front later on. Okay, so the rear looks to be a nice easy setup, to be fair. Like, there's nothing in the way of the coilover or anything. It should be a case of just undoing the bottom bolt and the top mount, and then it should just drop out effectively. I do the same again with the front, where I just put the nut back on and knock the bolt through. So that's the bottom bolt out down there, so it's now free from the bottom one. Okay, now that bottom bolt's out, we just need to undo the top mount. So for the boot, we need to pull the carpet back, and then you can see the top of the top mount there. So it looks like we just need to undo that and take out that plastic trim, and there looks to be a little trim down there, or a little screw down there, sorry, and then it should come off and we should have access to the top bolts. Okay, so now that that's off, you can just see down there, we've got 2 bolts there, and then one is just hiding under the plastic trim there. And the top bolt has now vanished, never to be seen again. Okay, so there's the old coilover out. As you can see, it's looking a bit sorry for itself. And here's the new coilover ready to go in. Like I say, they're not brand new, but they're definitely in better shape than what was on the car before. Let's get this new one fitted. So to get the new coilover fitted, we're just going to do exactly the same as what we did to remove it, but in reverse. So now that the coilover's in place, I'm going to start by bolting the top on first. Now that they're just in holding the weight, we can move on to putting the big bolt in that bolts the coilover to the bottom arm down there. That right there is torque to spec. Now that the bottom bolt's in, we can move on to tightening the top bolts properly. Like I say, one of these went down the back of the seat, so we'll get that later on, but for now we'll just put these on, just these two. But I don't really think they're needed, to be fair. Okay, that's one side done, let's move on to the other side. So this side we're just going to do exactly the same as the other side, so we'll undo that bottom bolt first, and then we'll move into the boot and undo the 3 bolts on the top. Okay, we're getting close to finishing the rear end now, so we're going to move back onto the front end once this is finished and put the new anti-roll bar links on, as well as the arch liners in the water bottle back where they belong. Just a quick one here though, you probably wouldn't have noticed it, but now I've pointed it out, you probably will notice it. We put the bolt through this bottom arm and then we put the nut on back to front. I don't know if it matters that much, but just the nut has a curved edge on one side and a flat edge on the other side. So I have put it on back to front. I am going to change it, but I probably won't include it in the video. Let's get back to the front end and check out the new anti-roll bar links. Okay, so we're drawing close to an end now. We have the new drop links. They arrived today, so let's get them out and get them fitted to the car. Just make sure they are the right size. There we go. So perfect. So these drop links were pretty much the same as the OEM Toyota ones. The Allen key was the same size, which I believe was a size 5, apart from the nut was a size 14 before, whereas now it's a 15. But it's still pretty much the same. When doing these, I should have put these on before putting the shocker in, because as you can see now, the gap there is quite tight. You can't really get the spanner on it. So if I was to ever do this again, or any advice that you take from this, yeah, just leave the anti-roll bar links alone really, because you always have to cut them off. They never come off nicely, and like I said, they don't actually have to come off. And as you can see with the spanner there, look, it doesn't quite fit with the shocker in, so with the shocker out it'll be a lot easier to put them on. Starting to lose the daylight quite a bit now, but we're just putting the arch liners back in, so exactly the same as you took them off, just in reverse order. Don't forget about the 2 that bolt into the undertray underneath the car. I did record both passenger and driver's side, but I'm only going to show you the driver's side because it's just too dark really. The video is not the best for the for the passenger side, sorry. And then once this is done, we'll get the wheel back on the car, or the wheels back on the car, sorry. Get it lowered down, and then we'll see how it looks and see if it needs any adjusting. Okay, so all the suspension's done now and fits on the car, everything's tight. We're just going to put the wheels on it and lower the car down for the night, and then we can come back tomorrow to see if it needs any adjusting. Okay, so looking at the car now to see if it had settled overnight. That arch gap is huge on the front and on the rear, so let's get that sorted out. And to do that we have to do this. So to lower the coilovers, this is the same all around the car, like on all 4 struts. You want to lower this bottom ring, and then once that lower ring's been loosened, sorry, you can then spin this ring the other way to drive it down into the bottom of the shock. Okay, so the car's now been adjusted to the height that I wanted it at, and it looks something like this.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief.
Okay, so that's it for this video. If you've made it this far through, make sure to smash that subscribe button and be sure to check in on the next video. Catch you on the next one.